everyone, I'm Shaughna and I'm here at Chi Chi HQ where I've been shooting my brand new edit. As you all know, I suffer with lipoedema, which so does Tremaine, one of the Chi Chi girls.
Hi, I'm Tremaine and I work here at Chi Chi London. I'm part of the buying team as the Buying Admin Assistant.
So lipoedema is a superficial build-up of fat cells that typically affects the bottom half of your body, but not for everyone. It can affect your arms, it can affect all different places at all different times. It normally is triggered by something in your body like puberty, pregnancy, hormone change, but I think mine was probably from puberty because I've suffered with it since about 11.
So when did you find out that you had lipoedema?
I've always known that my legs have been different to my friends, to even my family, to my mum. All of the women in my mum's family do not have legs like me. But I just thought that it was the way my body was shaped, and I just basically need to get over myself. But it was only when I went on Love Island and so many people was messaging my Instagram account saying, does Shaughna know that she's got lipoedema? Are you aware of what lipoedema is?
Yeah.
And obviously I was in Love Island, so I weren't seeing any of these messages.
Yeah, of course.
And my mum actually thought that they was trolling me, so didn't tell me. And I got home, and a few weeks later I saw a message that said lipoedema, Googled it, and I was like, oh my God, that is exactly what, like every symptom I had. And I ran downstairs and I said, Mum, oh my God, look at this. And she was like, oh, we didn't tell you because we thought they was being mean. And I was like, no. And literally from that moment on, I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah, of course.
Because I knew it wasn't my fault. It wasn't something that I had done. It was just a condition that I had. And then that got the ball rolling for me to be like, right, now how do I tackle this?
Yeah, amazing.
What about you? When did you realise?
So I didn't actually realise something was like wrong until I was maybe 25. Started gaining a bit of weight.
Yeah.
My legs started getting quite big quite rapidly. And I was going to the gym, I was dieting, and no change was happening to the lower half of my body. So I just thought that's just how I was. I went to the doctors and they actually diagnosed me without me knowing that I have body dysmorphic disorder.
Wow.
So I didn't find this out until I needed all my records to then go privately.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So the doctors didn't actually help very much. It was only in 2019 when I finally got diagnosed.
Yeah.
When I found out, I actually cried my eyes out.
Wow.
Because I just thought, that's it, there's nothing I can do about it. But then with more research, we found that there's surgery, you can look after your body by exercising and having a healthier diet and just being careful with things. So I've found that being diagnosed actually, after researching, it is actually a good feeling to know it's not me that's the problem, it's just my genetics.
Well, that was the thing. I just thought I was going to the gym, like obviously pre-Love Island, but even before Love Island was even a thing, I was literally killing myself in the gym. I was restricting what I was eating, and I got so small, way too small for my frame, but my legs had no change at all. And I was about, I would say, a size 6 to 8 on top, and a 12 to 14 on the bottom. Now, a 12 to 14 isn't big, but to have such a difference in body size, I don't understand how doctors or just other people didn't say to me, is there something going on here?
Of course, that's such a big difference.
But I've always known, even from secondary school, I've always known my legs are different. And I went to a girls' school, my legs were different to all of the other girls there. But I didn't actually realise how many people did suffer with it. It's like 1 in 11, I think. Which is incredible. And so many people just don't know that it's a thing.
Do you actually find yourself seeing people that have it and you want to say something?
But you don't want to be rude.
You don't want to offend them.
So I've just come home from holiday, and with my mum I was saying, that woman's got lipoedema.
I do it all the time.
And you're not being rude.
No, but you just know that person has what I have.
And there was this girl, there's like a whole like community of us now, and like I have friends like that I've met on Instagram.
Oh, that's amazing.
And there's this girl that went through surgery the same time I did. And like when you look at her body, it's just so glaringly obvious that something wasn't right. But we're just led to believe that no, it's just a body shape. And it's just so obvious that like people get to stages 3, 4, 5, which then can lead you to being in a wheelchair. And think that it's just a problem with the way they eat or it's just how they are.
Yeah.
And it's unfair.
And they can get help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you get to that point, help is then so expensive.
Yeah.
There was a woman that I started speaking to that said she was quoted £90,000 in surgery because of the stage that she was at.
That's so sad.
It's and
not everyone can afford that.
Of course not, and there is no help on the NHS yet. So, talk to me about how you got diagnosed, what treatments you've had, like, give me all the goss.
Okay, so I went down the private route because obviously the NHS don't really do anything to do with lipedema. So first I had to see a vascular surgeon.
Oh, wow.
And have loads of tests done to see if my cardiovascular system was working okay, which all was fine. And then I was referred to a lipedema specialist.
Oh, wow.
Which was in Wimbledon.
Yeah.
He's almost retired, so he doesn't do surgeries or anything anymore. So went to him and he just said, you're a classic case of lipedema. I advise that you go to Germany and have your surgery done.
I've heard Germany's where it's at.
Every person that I've seen that is linked to lipedema for all my treatments has said that Germany is the pioneer of treatment for lipedema.
My first massage lady was from Germany.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Yeah. Everyone, even like the lady that measures me for my garments, like for my compression, she even says Germany, even the compressions from Germany. Yeah, so he gave me a list of surgeons, so I looked them up. I'm in like a big community on Facebook with women who have lipedema from all over the world as well, thousands of us on there. Had to look through there at the surgeons because there's pictures of results. You can find people with like similar body types.
Yeah.
Found 2 that I liked, so I thought let me contact them. Had my first consultation in January 2020.
Okay, yeah.
Wasn't overly keen after that consultation. It was over Skype because obviously they're in Germany. Had my second one in May and just immediately knew this was the person for me.
You do get a feel.
Yeah, before even the conversation started properly, I just thought, oh my goodness, this is the person that is going to work on me, that's going to get rid of this condition. And then found out he had a really long waiting list, so I waited until October 2021.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so in that meantime I was exercising like crazy. He said at the time, you're really small and sporty, like you'll snap back, like you won't have excess skin or anything, like you'll be good and you're young. But obviously with the condition, I feel like the mental side of it is
it's a whole other battle.
Yeah, and I don't think that's ever spoken about either.
No.
So I had to deal with like the emotions that came with it, and I thought I can't be like this machine exercising all the time and being so cautious with what I eat. I need to live my life too. So I gained weight again, but I didn't gain loads of weight. I didn't like go over the top, but by the time I had surgery, I think I'd gained maybe 5 kilograms.
Okay.
Which isn't too much. Had that done.
Where did you have it?
So I went to Germany for that, in Cologne.
Oh, okay,
So was there for about 2 weeks. Had that done. They removed, I think it was 8.2 litres. And that was just from the front of my legs.
The thighs and calves?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Got quite ill after that. I was fine. They released me after 2 days because it's all private, so you're just in a clinic, not in a proper hospital. Went back to our apartment, but then I kept deteriorating. I kept passing out.
Oh my God.
So my poor boyfriend was having to catch me every time I was about to pass out because he had to just help me everywhere, even to go to the toilet. And it got to the point where he was so worried. He messaged my surgeon and said, something's not right. She keeps fainting. Went back and they said, well, when we released you, your haemoglobin was actually in the safe space. And now that you've come back after a few days, it's actually dipped and it's quite dangerous. So I had to have 2 blood transfusions.
Oh my God.
I was really unwell. Like, if I didn't have that done, I don't know what would have happened.
That is horrific.
But after I had that, my recovery started. And I was already able to, after 2 hours, I was able to walk around on my own. Obviously, I was like, stand near me because I feel like I'm going to fall over. But that's when it really started for me.
Yeah.
And then I went back in January, had the backs of my legs done.
Ooh.
And my arms done.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Oh,
and they
my
removed
God.
5.6 litres.
Wow.
So yeah, I had quite a bit taken out.
What one do you think was worse, the front or the back?
Front.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. When I had my surgery, so I've had my calves, my thighs, and my arms done, but 3 different surgeries for all of them.
Yeah.
And I had my calves all done in one.
Okay.
And then my
so fronts and backs.
Yeah. And then my thighs done in one. But for me, hands down, calves is the most horrific.
It's so painful, isn't it?
It's so painful. And like, even so, I was always open about having it, because to me, regardless of lipedema or not, if I'm having something done, that's my prerogative.
Yeah.
And I had it done for a medical condition, but that shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But I was getting comments like on the Daily Mail and stuff saying like, oh, it's another celeb choosing the easy way out. And I just thought, you know, there's such a bias towards anything that could potentially be like deemed aesthetic.
Yeah.
That you're not listening to the reason why I had it. And also, it is so not the easy way out.
No, it's
I've lost
really
weight
not.
in the gym. That was so much easier than having to leak and having to put compressions on every day.
Oh my goodness.
Cry every single time I have to put that compression on.
Just to go to the bathroom was...
That's a challenge. Having to shower with a chair because I was going to faint because the heat in the shower would make me faint. It's just horrible.
Yeah.
And your bedroom turns into like a hospital wing. Your bed sheets look like a murder scene because it's just covered.
Yeah.
And you don't feel nice.
No.
And everyone, what I noticed and what I hated was everyone would be like, oh my God, show me your new legs, show me your new legs.
Yes.
But they're bigger than they've ever been.
Because your lymphatic system
exactly.
makes you swell even more.
Exactly. So not like when you have, say, your boobs done, for example, you have instant results.
Yeah.
And this wasn't it.
No.
So it was that as well, kind of trying to measure people's expectations. And that was why I chose the surgeon I chose, because when I went to him, he was actually saying, it was the second surgeon that I saw as well.
Yeah.
And he said, you're not going to wake up and have Kendall Jenner legs. Like, that's not what's going to happen. And he said, I need to manage your expectations.
Yeah.
But I said, I just want normal legs.
Yeah.
I've never had that. That's my only expectations.
Yeah.
But like you said before, it's the mental part of it.
Yeah.
Is so different. I still feel every day, I still feel like my legs have gone back to normal. They're exactly as they were before.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
But in the same breath, I have a little bit of loose skin behind my knee, which I wouldn't have if they were back to normal.
Yeah.
And I hate the saggy skin. So it's like, what do you choose?
Yeah.
But do you know what? It's going to be something that I'm dealing with for the rest of my life.
100%.
I should definitely wear my compressions more. I should definitely drink more water. I should do all of these things.
Yeah. But you're only human.
Exactly. And you do need to try and fit your life into it, because my whole life isn't lipedema.
Exactly. It's not your identity.
No, exactly. But I did notice as well, and another girl that I've spoken to on Instagram has said the same, that I don't know whether it's a mental thing, but my surgeon has actually said that once you have surgery somewhere, the fat looks for somewhere else to
I've
go.
heard that too, yeah.
But I also don't know whether it is a mental thing. So I felt like as soon as I had my legs done, my arms ballooned.
Yeah.
And then that was another thing. It was like, right. And also when I had my calves done, I didn't feel great because I knew, right, this is just one of a long roller coaster of surgeries.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like, oh my God, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
And that is something that you need to try and process as well.
Of course. It's not an easy ride.
There's such a big community of us, and there's also 10% of the proceeds from my cheat sheet edit going directly to Lipoedema UK, helping for better research into this condition.